My out of H came. Oh, here. But yeah, this will be the ideal right here. Bring it to here. So I'll cut here to be safe. Oh, I need a piece in there. Blah. Come on, girl. Okay, so we're just gonna see what's happening here. I need to get this side right, which needs to be away from the crack so another one can line in here. So I'd probably have to shave off at least that much. And that might not be enough. But I could try it. Hopefully that's enough and it's correct. Put that back in there. It doesn't seem like it's curving very much, does it? There we go. Chew in. You can see the pink glass. That's what happened up there in this. See how that pink glass is in the corner still? Yeah, that's what happened up in this corner. So I don't know exactly if that's correct, but I'll figure it out as I go. Okay, that's cut back far enough. That's cut back far enough. This one will go straight across. I need one in here to close this so I can put this in. Did I cut a piece? I must not have done a piece yet. Okay, maybe I can use one of my little pieces in here. It looks kind of torqued. First, I'm going to straighten the end because that just bothers me. And then I'm going to see if I can lift this and see what I need to do. Maybe curve it a bit. Sometimes my fingers can't curve stuff very good. So I use these to help me. I like to act like I got strong fingers, like Superman or something, but I really don't. This lead is stiffer than you think. I mean, it's malleable, don't get me wrong, but for little fingers, it's kind of stiff. Okay, let's see if I can get this. I have that one wicked back far enough. Because if it's not back, see how it's kind of level with that one? Then it won't allow me to get a good fit for this piece to close it off. And I have to have a good fit. Like that matters. So it's got to wiggle like it's comfortable. And that's got to be wicked back just a little to let me touch in there a little more. So probably that much I'm gonna guesstimate on this side. Okay, put this back in. Make sure it's floating or in there correctly. Sometimes I use these to help me prop stuff up properly because I can't get my fingers in little bitty spots sometimes. Now it looks like a big gap. See how that glass isn't covered? But this other piece is gonna, lead line's gonna come in, so I think it'll be all right. So I have to have space there for these, for the lead line to ride along here. Hope you can see, because the lead's got to ride along that, along the outer edge and up there. So it's got to have open spaces like channels to ride on. So I got to put a lead one here. Hopefully I didn't cut it off too short. Are you in your spot? I should be able to kind of wiggle it. See? Now it's in there. You can tell it's in the channel. It's not propped goofy. So now I should be able to get this up as close as possible. I might have to curve the end a little, but yeah. And then I'm gonna have to take some more off this end because when I go to put this, it's got to have that give way too. So I'm hoping this is enough on there that the lead can ride right in there. So then this one's gonna have to give me some space for the lead. So I'm gonna guess as much as maybe. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get this off with. Oh, it goes flying across. Didn't hit my singing bowl that time. Now, put this one on. Let's see if it'll grab that glass that I want it to. Get this one off. Okay. Are you gonna do it, my love? Are you gonna go on there? Okay. Get in there. All right. And then next would be, if that's correct, next will be you. So can we see how you fit? Let's see how you fit without this outer piece. The right way. Let's see how we're at. It's still a little too long on this side because now it looks like it was going to hit over here. Hold up here and check, right? And when I grab it on, look, I can tell that it needs to be. My glass is all a straight line, so I'm going to run that right on that line of glass. So maybe I don't have to like take a ton off. Maybe I can just do a little baby bit like that. Maybe I don't have to get into the heart much. We'll see. Get the right shape. Is it laying along the glass correctly? Doesn't appear to have the perfect shape of it yet, but pretty close. And that's gonna work. See how they're up against it, but they're not overtaking they're meeting it. They're not overtaking the space. This is still holding its form. Okay, I marked, it appears this is gonna work out. I marked on here because like any way I paint it, I really need to get this solid line that's going to hold the bottom piece. I need that. So like I've already allowed these to come out a little bit, which I'm going to have to pay for in the moon a little. And that. Okay, I really should have something over here for pressure wise. Because if you don't have the boundaries, then things just, you need the boundaries like Saturn. Saturn gives boundaries. Do you guys watch astrology? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to read astrology or nothing, but I love to listen to it. And I've seen it, it's proven to me that it's accurate. Some people don't believe in astrology, or they believe that it's like only associated with evil. So I'm a little more open-minded than that. Not that anyone that believes that way is like totally closed-minded. That's not how I meant to state that. I mean, like, I think things could be used for the good or bad. That's how I think. I just think things weren't always meant for the evil side or the evil people or evil scenarios to play out. I think there was things existing here, or knowledge here, whatever, and then of course it got used for evil, because why wouldn't they, or it, or whatever, if there's a they, that, it, whatever. Is that right? Does that look like my line's back? It kind of does. I don't know about on the end here, but yeah. So anyways, I think that astrology is not, it's not evil per se. I just think that it's knowledge, and I listen to it. Yeah, I like astrology. I like to listen to it. I like to see what's going on with it and compare it to the situations and scenarios in our lives. Yeah. But I do know that there's tons of astrology going on here right now in February. And, well, it's going on all the time, but like big booms and big, what do you call, big aspects and things are playing out. It's actually coming up on eclipse season. Eclipses happen in the spring and fall. And if you notice, lots of times in your life in the spring and fall is like when you're either launching something or something's ending. It's just, I mean, I guess any time of the year it can be happening, but like usually big things are usually taking place. The big markers usually. Well, they can play out for 6 months, so I guess the whole playing field is covered. But if you really followed along, I think you would, if you follow along, you'd understand it. Cut off a little bit. I ground down this little baby bit right there. Right here. And when I'm setting it in, right, when I'm putting it in there, it's grabbing everywhere except right where I ground it too short. I'm gonna cut me a new piece and I'll be right back. Okay, let's check, because we'll see. Hopefully it fits in there nice and comfy. I hope. Appears that my line disappeared. I need to know how this one was setting with that line. So this is the old piece. It's much smaller. Okay, it's setting, showing a little bit of the shadow of that. Because I already cut everything. I'm not just going to throw all my stuff out. Like, that would be silly. Especially when I could just cut the glass to fit it, and then, yeah, it's pretty near there. Let's see what, I mean, dang it. That's way longer, way longer. That fits nice. Them two are fitting good. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, good. And then this will fit around here, right? Yes. Okay, good. Good. Perfect. Now I just gotta get you in, you, and see how you're interacting with this. My feet are getting so cold. My feet get cold in my room. That's the one thing I don't favor. My feet gets cold. But look how nice that looks. A little row straight across, glass matching, little lead lines up out of the way, lifting their feet. I don't know if they're lifting their feet, but that's what it looks like. They're holding their place so that this one can fit in. Wonderful. That's back far enough. I just need to cut this back far enough for this lead line to come in. So it will have to be, I'll at least cut it equal to this until I can see what I need. I don't like cutting it over my project, but probably have to go back more. But let's just see how these fit for now. This one, the little moth's body. That's its body. Well, butt. It's its bottom half of its body. There's the top. And then there, that's gonna have to be trimmed a wee bit. Right there. But that's no biggie. And then let's see how this slides in just to see. I know it doesn't have, I didn't cut a piece in there yet, but I just want to look how well it's fitting. It looks like it's trying to fit nice, although it does need to be trimmed. But I knew that because I didn't trim all these up here. The transparent glass makes it so much easier to trim. So, like, you do want transparent glass somewhere in there to take up the slack, because then you can see your lines exactly. So I'll trim these just like I trimmed that one and this one. And then the other ones I kind of let work around. I think that'll be okay if I did trimmed it, because it looks like it's keeping its form. Well, it has to. That's the line it's supposed to be within, right? I'll just get everybody ready. Let me see if that's correct. Maybe I should just get the lead in there and then see how it's fitting. And everybody's pushing around, but yeah. To see when you push on that, you almost want to put something here to keep these from pushing out. I learned that the hard way. If things go and push out, then you learn it the hard way. So you start making sure your sides have support, structure like Saturn. Hopefully that is the right length for that. Okay, all I did was, I should have just left the camera on, but I thought I would just go ahead and do it and then come back, but I suppose I should just go ahead and show what I did. I got this to fit in there properly, nice and smoothly. I went ahead and cut a piece of that. I ground that just a bit. And then I took my little fine tipped Sharpie and I traced this line. I don't know if I need to bring this out a little bit right through there. There it is, you see. Now, because that's in there right, it's like a loose tooth, or I don't know, it's comfortable in there, it's sitting in there, it's floating. It's floating in there, right? So that means it's right. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my scribe, and I'm going to mark it so that whenever I go to, I could actually probably just cut this. Just cut that. I don't want something to shift and I'm like, oh, it's too far. I already just would rather it just work right. So let's see, hopefully I did it far enough. Maybe I didn't. Oh, that was really over, wasn't it? Needs more taken off. Right on that line. I just need to get like on it now. Like, go ahead and get on it. Well, if you are like me, you'd rather check. Even though I run with my runner-boy. That's what I call him, Chevy, my runner-boy. And, oh, he got excited because he's seen his mom and dad, and he pulled me over that way after we did our laps, and he was ready to investigate, thinking they had found something or did something that he wasn't a part of, and he yanked me over rather roughly to the side. So the little twerp today, yanked me off to the side to go investigate what they were doing. And then, of course, they're not doing nothing special, but to him it was. And I felt it when he did it. I knew he was pulling me too hard. I felt it. Like, I didn't want to be yanked that hard that way, but what are you going to do? Complain about it when you're working on your stained glass, evidently. That's all you're gonna do. Let's see. Put this in here. Right. On with this piece. Oh yeah. I almost made it. Like, I'm just like an inch. I cut just 1 inch too short for my project. Isn't that crazy? Like, I almost had cut it just perfect for the H came. Oh well. Let's see. I'm gonna find a piece in here. I think it'll be alright. Is it a little wibbly wobbly? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Let's see. My edge of this glass and this glass. Therefore, I gotta get this piece back out of the way. So I should measure probably just a tad. It's not gonna be much. It's amazing how just a little baby bit like that makes the world of a difference. If it fits or not. But there we go. And it's touching that glass in there as well, making an intersection. one that's touching this. And there we have it. I'm just about done. It looks like it's staying steady with that. I need to trim this back. I don't know why I didn't do that already. Let me get a U-came measurement. Oh, how far to go back. So I just grab a little piece of U-came. Slide it up here to go back to there for it to fit comfortable. Second line. I know, I don't like that that's gapped up there that far. I wish I could tap it in to fit. I have before. Tapped them in slightly. Bring it up in there better, but there we go. That's fine. I'll trim that real quick before I place everything else. I'm gonna make sure that back is butted up to the line that I want, and I'm gonna make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. Otherwise it'll be not worth it. And then snip. Now get everybody to go back in their spots. Get in your spots, guys. Encourage everybody to go in their spot. Looks like I wicked it back super far, but that's what it called for. Let's double check. It'll be right up against it. Yep, perfect. It looks far, doesn't it? Now let me see. Oh, I want this piece as I'm working here. I want it to stay straight. I want to make sure I'm not going in a wee bit either. So let's see, it looks right here. Does it look right to the bird's eye view? You're at an angle, so you really can't tell. It looks right down here as far as I can tell. I hope it is, because I don't want a little habnat of a side. I'm gonna try to do that without cutting out the heart. Still might not be enough, we'll see. Got to get to that glass up there, and it still looks like it's in the way. Maybe not. Let me see if the last piece will fit in properly, and then just have to put on the U-came edges and seal this baby up. The lead, like the glass is right on the 9, so yeah. Yes, I know I'm kind of far in the game to be worrying about this, but before I seal this thing up, I need to know. So I'm looking down, and yes, it's in the line. It's in the line. So this was faithful to me, and it has been keeping everything in that perfect line. So this has been accurate. Yeah. So that's correct. That's been correct. Okay, I'm all finished. I had a visitor My kids came and seen me. My daughter came and my son came. And visited. So I was kind of working while they were visiting. And I finished up. I did ground off the ends down here, just like I said I was gonna. And then I fit this and cut it and put it in place. Now I'm up here and I've already ground off this edge right here so that this will sit here, and I did the top and the side on both sides so that it can comfortably sit here like this next to down inside of the cane on both sides. So this is a cotter pin that I've bent. I used these pliers and then I opened them with a piece of zinc cane from like extremely small size zinc cane, and it helped me open the cotter pin, but you can work it around and you get to the shapes similar, really as close as you can, similar to each other. So when they're on the project, they're going to be like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this down in here. I'm going to add some sides to this because I don't want to lose my whole project. I only had all the sides off like that because I needed a, they don't slide very easy. So I had to take the sides out and move it so I could make sure everything was level and straight. But not only that, to make sure that I can ground this top piece out. So I did. I think I got it a little wonky here. Oh, let me see if I can get this right. It just appears wonky to me for some reason here. What's going on? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, which I don't think you're going to be able to watch because I need to get my head in here, and I'm going to go ahead and put, that'll be space now that I ground it. I should have just let you see without this wall here. You came back on. I'll shimmy this down in. It'll go to right here on this first piece because that's where I've shaved it back. And it stops right as it gets to the second piece. You can see it coming out a little more. I've made room so it won't bulge out on the cane. And I did the top too on both sides. And the idea is this cotter pin's going to sit in there and be engulfed with the cane. And I'll solder that joint, and that will be my hanger on both sides. But I just wanted you to see how I did make room for it. You can't just put it in there without grinding back the glass a bit to make room for it. Just like anything in the piece, you have to make room for it. It has to have its spot. So I just wanted to show that's how it's being done, and I'll slide it down on both sides. Then I'll put the cane in place, and then we'll start soldering.